Man, so we about to do this toast. We're going to have a talk. Or we can have a talk. We don't have to have a talk. Nobody call in. We don't have to have a talk. But, you know, call-in lines are open, 614-556-4535. We still have to do our daily toast. And I am proud to be the carrier of the tradition at this point in time. So I will go on and make sure everything is up and running. And then we will start our little water song. Make sure we the chat is on. I can't find support. Okay, there you go. I found support. I gotta remember to turn off I will remember I need to turn off too. So we got some people coming in. Peace to each and every last one of y'all. We're about to do our daily toast. Let me clear up the top of the screen so that we can go on and do what we need to do. Because everything moves slow. Alright, so it says we have a live video. I want to make sure that we are able to get all of your chats because sometimes it don't work. But let's do this. Oh, there we go. Edit post. Edit post. We want to go to settings. We want to cross post. Yeah, we walk through this, we learn this together. I'm learning all this stuff new. Some of the benefits of being on Facebook. After a while, you start learning. Save. Alright, let's go back. Alright, let's cancel that. Alright, cool. Alright, family, here we go. Let's hit it. For some reason, it will not let me reconnect some of my social networks. And one of them is Gye-Nyame Journey, and I don't understand why Gye-Nyame Journey is disconnected. But that's neither here or there. But, there we go. Ready?
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of that water. Lift that pitcher of that water. Simply pour your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now, body and move, drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath, drink some water. Raise your thing and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Or should we say, breathe, drink, eat, move. Eat culturally appropriately, of course. Get your sleep, though. But take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Break down. Drink up now. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Lift your glass. Take your breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors, family. Drink. Drink, drink, drink. Drink your water. I got kind of thrown off because I'm getting calls and texts right now because I sent out the flyer for the G&J Mall, and then also I am working on this e-course, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it work so that if you sign up for it, you will start getting the videos. And people text me like, I ain't getting the videos. Because I got my whole crew testing it out for me. And it's like, I don't know what the hell I did wrong. But whatever I did wrong, please forgive me. Ancestors, help me. Because I need this e-course to work. Right? 7 days where you can learn about Gye-Nyame journey, what it means to be on the journey. Learn about the Nguza Saba. Learn how we do the libations. Learn why we do what we do, when we do, where we do. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, my Hootsuite is not working right. My streaming device does not appear to be working right. I just came out the woods. My whole life around me is just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God. Between my adventures and other things, man, it's like, it doesn't have to be this complicated. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be this way. No, 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 no. But hell, it is. You know what I'm saying? That's ADOS life. I need my reparations, goddammit, so I can make some simpler choices. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get them. Gotta get them. Right? So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour libations, then I'm gonna open up the line so that we can have our toast and talk. If the family chooses to talk. If not, then we will continue on with our day. I'm running kind of late because I woke up. I had an opportunity to sleep in. This probably be my last time to sleep in because we're moving fastly toward the beginning of the school year. So I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to have to be working on, which I have already been working on, that I have to kind of format, that I have to develop into an ebook. I got one almost complete. I got to do a whole nother one so that everybody can have access to the rules and regulations of the school, blah, blah, blah. Right? So it's, it's like, then we got the G&J Mall popping off next week. I'm signing new artists. Laughing out loud. Michael Robinson. Oh, you like my singing? Okay. All right. I can dig it. So, next week, right? So, we have the G&J Mall. So, like I said, vendors, y'all need to go and start signing up. Those that have already been doing it know how to do it. Those that don't, you can hit me up. It's on the flyer that I've been sending out. There's a flyer up on Gye-Nyame Journey as we speak at this moment right now. If you're seriously interested in vending spaces for regular vendors is only $20, and it's $35 for food vendors. So we provide you a space. You got to bring your own tables and chairs now. Own tables and chairs. Bring your own tables and chairs. And we work it from there, family. All right? The success of the mall so far has enabled us to send some young people to Simba. We still got maybe a possible two more camping trips that we're working on between now and the end of fall, right in the middle of fall, because it's still going to be kind of warm up until late September, early October. So we got a little bit of time to work with to try to get a couple of trips in so that we can, we can bond as a family, So family, y'all stay in touch. Watch the newsletter, watch the post, because we will be letting you know when we're going to be doing stuff, right? Of course, it won't be the last weekend of the month, because you already know we dedicated time to doing the G&J Mall. So let's go and do this toast, and then I'll open up the lines. I had that fresh ambrosia, unfiltered, health drink, home brewed. I'm about to wash out this jar, though. Because, man. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to see how it's aging. It's talking a little bit. I hear it talking a little bit. All right, so here we go. Let me plug in the mic for the Facebook fam and the YouTube and everybody else out there. All right, so here we go. First off, family, we are going to raise our glass to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass to salute that creator. And we say, all together, Ashe, thank you very much. And from there, family, we move on to our list of our illustrious, powerful, great ancestors. We lift up our glass. We pull out our list. Where it is, I no longer have to use the traveling list. I can pull out the original. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin, the Texas, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walton, Kristen, Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown, II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Pilar, Montague Pittman, El Nomo X, Pet Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Agini, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Starling Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luster Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, James Foster, Charles Jordan, Carl Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Riddleman, Virginia Rogers, Rem J. Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spradley, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Rand Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty. Woo! Take a breath. Bird Beatty said well to be the farmer I go. So Sue Shell, Harvey Charmaine, Evelyn Theodis Asbury, Harvey Asbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jerome Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Banks, May Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Ward, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Nohow, Franklin Russell and Davis. Man, I was going on All right. Fred Douglass Triggs, the second being the Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Delimon Aries, Gina Roop Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Falani James, or Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Lise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanner Barry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. I didn't get the drink from last year. My address is 317. All right, stay in touch. Okay. Oh, hold on, stay on the line. I want to ask you a few questions after I get done with the libations. Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher George, and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Al Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Ann Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Needy Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Elton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Corporate, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And to the Black Book, we lift it up. We got Joella Giles. We have James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Mashawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Ed Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Correa, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Sin, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Jana, I think that's what they say, or Johanna, I think that's from Johanna. I'm going to go with Johanna right now until I get the person who wrote this down. Desundra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan. We lift up our glass and we salute all of those magnificent ancestors, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. Y'all need to put on clothes, get your food, ate. We about to get up out of here. All right. Right now, family, we toast this moment. We are in the moment of Imani. Shouts out to all Imani born. For those that don't know, Imani means faith. So we are hunting for Imani today. We need to open up or turn on our reticular formation so that we can identify identify Imani in action in our community. Take a picture of it, record it, videotape it. I don't care. Find it. Snap it up. Share it on Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline with the hashtag Imani. What you say, Gina G?
What day is Imani?
You say what day is Imani? Imani is Imani Day. That's what it is. All right, Imani. So, we are on Imani. Imani means faith. The demonic principle of the day is harmony. The color is red. Yes. Gender is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwesi. Shouts out to Kwesi. To all the Kwesis out there, because the team is represented by a couple of Kwesis. And female Akasua. I don't know if we have a female on the team by the name of Akasua, so we raise up our glass for this moment, because in this moment is where our power lies, and if we handle business in this moment, we prepare the way for our future generations, and we salute our ancestors by handling our business. So we raise that glass for this moment. We say Ashe. From there, we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Thank you, Sasha Moss. We toast those beautiful children out there and those yet to come. And we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations, and we raise up our glass and we salute our connection to everything out here. Wow. Right? We say Ashe. From there, family, this is that selfish toast. This is your time. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards the greatest you? Lift it up and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on, and I toast the most magnificent, powerful, beautiful, uplifting, inspiring individual in the room. And that just happened to be who? You. You and you and you and you upstairs. And you sitting down watching right now on your cell phone. And you who might be watching to the TV, right? And you who might be on your laptop. And you who might be on your desktop. I'm toasting the greatness that you are. Give it up for them. Come on. Where my crowd at? Where my crowd at? Give it up for you. Yeah. And with that, we wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, family. So I'm going to sip up a little bit. Give y'all time to collect yourself. And, all right, so we're going to have a discussion for a couple moments, depending on how many people call in. But we got Michael Robinson. Michael says, I didn't get the drink from last year. My address is, I ain't going to say his address. I got you. Now, let me ask you a question. Micah, did you buy the drink from me? Did you buy the drink from me? The reason I'm asking is because if you did, I need to make that right. You know what I'm saying? Did you go through Gumroad? Did you get in touch with me in another way? You know what I'm saying? Was I supposed to send you a drink? You know what I'm saying? Because like Portland, Oregon, I don't know if I can ship those bottles that far, my friend. right? So if something went wrong with it, I want to make sure that I make it right with you. So get in touch with me at Hatim, H-A number 2. Actually, if you are on Facebook, you can inbox me, right? You on the page. You can inbox the page and let me know, like I said, how we contacted so I can make sure that if you did make a purchase and you didn't receive your product, how I can make that right? In other words, give you your money back, right? But that's that. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to do the right by the tribe. You know what I'm saying? So if you ordered, I want to make sure that either you got what you were supposed to get or you get a refund. All right. So enough of that. So in the news, we don't really have that much of the news because I ain't been able to track the news that much. But we do have the G&J Mall coming up, and we will be celebrating Queen Mother Moore Day. For those that don't know who Queen Mother Moore was, Queen Mother Moore was a carrier of the culture for a very long time, right? We celebrate her here in Columbus because she had close ties with some of our elders, and and she was a major proponent for reparations. So this gives an opportunity to not only talk about one of our ancestors, but also talk about her idea of reparations and how that fits into the current movement for reparations. So it allows us to not only talk about reparations, but talk about reparations from a historic framework, and also talk about what the young people are doing with the whole reparations movement today, which is a beautiful job. I mean, I'm so amped up for them, and we spoke to some of the ADOS organizers in Columbus, right? They say they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have us a dynamic conversation. Please come and be willing to learn and to share information, but mostly learn about, because a lot of the stuff that you're going to get at this information, right, is like, how can I put it? Because I know some people going to come, like I was talking about yesterday, not knowing enough, right, or having old ideas, or even coming just to kill joy. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get it. You never, no, you're never going to get it. Never going to get it. No, they're never going to give you anything. You're never going to get it. Nah. I mean, that's almost how some people, it's just be like, you can shut up. Just stop. Just sit your ancient ass down. Ancient, dusty. Stop it. It don't make no damn sense. Why do you come to a reparations meeting to discuss reparations, right, and then come in with some whole other shit? I don't understand. But that's how my people are. I love each and every last one of you, even though you make it hard. You know what I'm saying? I want to love you, but you make it hard. You know what I'm saying? For a brother to just to get some movement going, right? So we will be having that discussion here. Of course, we're going to have some regular vendors in the place. The food is going to be popping off. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get shea butter. You're going to be able to get some greens, because I think Urban Gems, because they are about to harvest within this week. So there's going to be plenty of greens up in there. Those of you that want that ambrosia, we brewing right now. I'm putting together, because I got 2 orders for the mango, right? 1 order for the ginseng. So that leaves maybe about 3 other gallons out there for people to grab. So y'all better be getting in touch with Brother Hatim, because it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Because once they're gone. I got to keep a private supply for myself, because, we have to toast it up on the show. We have a personal responsibility to keep some ambrosia on deck. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Right? So, call-in lines. Call-in number is 614-556-4535. Hey, check it out, fam. If Michael Robinson is still on the line, why don't you call in and explain your situation with the ambrosia? Because I want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you sign a new artist. You know I might be looking to be signed. I want to do a solo album, R&B style, you know, singing it up for the city. You know, everybody got dreams. All right, so lines are open, but we can go through some of the news that I wasn't able to cover while I was in the woods. Oh, I do. Now, yesterday I was telling you about Simba, right? And I told you I got 3 sweatshirts that I don't wear. I brought another one up so that you can see it, so that you can see the difference from yesterday, right? So, now, I want y'all to look. I got the t-shirt. Of course, I'm going to wear the t-shirt. But, you know, I'm just advertising that Daily Toaster. And, you know, y'all got to excuse me because my mind be jumping, right? Because I'm still confused on how my workflow is not working from the application that I'm using. So my mind is jumping back and forth about different things that I could do. And I'm wondering if I'm sending people to the wrong landing page. Maybe I might need to switch the landing page. And I'm going to send an email about that. Because if I'm sending them to the wrong landing page, that might explain why the process is not happening in the way that it needs to happen. Right? So here we go. So now, I want y'all to look as good as you can. Spreaker, I know y'all can't see, but what I'm showing is a Simba shirt and up-to-date design. Now, this design is a little bit different because the process that Simba is going through as they grow will make it possible for the Simba shirt to be as colorful as it used to be, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's just a whole different thing. Like I said, I've been gone for a while. So let me show you the original symbol and what I call a collector's item. So Elder Gaylord wanted to celebrate I think this was about year 20. So if you look, the original hoodie look very similar to that. So if you look in the mirror, there's not a lion in the middle. There's a lion up over top in the head with the Simba. And then if you look in the green circle, there are 3 boys with different haircuts. This is how old Simba is because they still got the high top fade on there, right? So this was a classic that Gaylord brought out. High quality, right? Look at the flag on the side. I mean, it's just crispy. It's just, I'm looking at it on the screen like, damn, I want one of those. But thank God I got one, right? And then it turns around on it, and this is what makes the sweatshirt so coveted by those that know, right? Everybody don't get one of these. Now, you might see people walking around with a hoodie, but everybody don't get that, right? But then you look on the back here, the way it's designed, it lets you know where Simba been. So, Nation Builder, the Simba Circle, started in 1993, no end date there. Indian Sands is where it started in Nescoro, Wisconsin. Mattawa is in Kewasakum, Wisconsin. Where I came on was at Iwalu, at Strawberry Point, Iowa. Oh, that was a beautiful camp, and we was there for years, right? Then we went to Stony Lake in New Era, Michigan. I was there too, right? So a majority of the time we spent was between Iwalu and Stony Lake. Man, I remember the first year at Stony Lake, we broke the floor. See, because coming from Iwalu, Strawberry Point, in the Citrus cafeteria, the floor was like solid. You know, it's like a concrete, right? We went to Stony Lake, and they had a wood floor. Oh my God! Oh my God!
This call is
you do not put Simbas on a wood floor. You don't do it. Don't do it. We got an unknown caller. I think I know who it is, but then again, I might not. Who is on the line? Maybe somebody just calling in. Oh, that's my children. All right, what's up, ladies? How can I help y'all? What y'all need?
Nothing.
Oh, y'all just listening?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna give Sasha and Gina a round of applause because they just want to be involved. They want to know, the young people want to know how to do it. So give it up. Take a bow, ladies. Take a bow. Great job, great job. So they called in so I wouldn't be lonely on the show, you know what I'm saying? But we got places to go and people to see. But now, so let's get it.
Called.
Huh?
Nobody called in?
Nope, not yet, Miss Gina G.
Wow.
Wow is right. That's what I said too. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So let me go to some of the news, and I'm gonna cover the news, speak on it real quick. So if you look on my timeline, you see that on Nia, a black and yellow dragonfly was waiting for me when I walked on the back porch. I had found out some information, and I got kind of upset, and I walked away to go and think about it, get some perspective. So when I walked to the back, on the back deck where I was taking pictures at, it was a dragonfly. I thought he was going to fly away. So I walked by him. He still sat there, and I sat down, and he sat there, and I looked at him, or she looked at me, and just sat there. So then I took out my phone, and I took a picture, and I posted up my thoughts. And in there I said, in the back, a dragonfly came to drink coffee with me to help me get some perspective. So I took that picture. I posted it up. I took a sip of my coffee. I put it down. The dragonfly jumped from the table that it was on, because it was only one table right there. It jumped from the table where it was and landed on my coffee cup like he was actually drinking with me, and sat there and looked at me. And I was like, oh my goodness, ancestors at work here. Then on top of that, it was black and yellow. Can anybody tell me what the colors for the day was on Nia? If you don't know, go on to the Gye-Nyame journey. Go to our newsletter, because the calendar is going to be printed in there every month, right? So it was incredible, man. So you got something to say, Gina G or Sasha Marsh?
Did it jump in your coffee?
No, it didn't jump in my coffee. It jumped. I guess it got a sip. I don't know. But hey, I took the message because it really calmed me down. It took my mind somewhere else and gave me, because sometimes with some of the issues that we deal with in our life, we just need a little space. I had to figure out whether I was mad, sad, or scared. That's what I really had to figure out. Where I'm at, was I mad, sad, or scared? And if I was mad, I had to go through how was I violated. If I was sad, I had to figure out what the loss. If I was scared, I had to figure out what the danger was. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, I'm sitting out here, and this gave me time to really be like, yo, I could dig it. All right. Came to my conclusion, went back, handled business. All right. So on our page, ladies, y'all clean up that room? Excuse me, it's Real Life at Gye-Nyame Journey, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all on the phone. That room clean. Did you close all your drawers? Did y'all make y'all bed? Because the floor need to be clear so the sweeper can get through. Okay. All right, so y'all need to get on your clothes because we're going to leave in a few minutes. Cleveland, I need you to come down here. We need to put all this stuff up under the dining room table. All right, so racist history of tipping. How many of y'all know? Well, let's check out because I want to kind of share this with y'all as we do on Gye-Nyame Journey. Oftentimes, family, the racist history of tipping. The racist history of tipping. How many of y'all know about the history of the whole tipping thing? All right, where it come from, how it developed. You know what I'm saying? This is real interesting because we really, Shaka Seong Hansberry is on the line. Everybody, give it up for Shaka, if you would, people, please. Brother Shaka is on the line. Give it up for him. Just coming off the show. He's been on the show, played a part, and laid it out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a pleasure to know an artist. We got people calling for private numbers. I got people calling me like crazy, and he just mess up the show. Family, forgive us. Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. You know what I'm saying? Before you call Brother Hatim, make sure that he is not streaming live. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to piss some of the people off because be like, yo, fam, y'all, you know you can't call me when I'm on. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm on the show, you really, if you want to call, 614-556-4535. If it's not too personal, you can throw that shit out on the air. It might be something that people need to hear. I mean, because I do a lot of counseling. Shit. All right. The girls are back in town. They're calling back. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Help them. They're calling back. How can I help you? You have reached Gye-Nyame Journey. How can I help you? Nothing? Okay, cool. That's a beautiful thing. I'm just glad y'all called in. So I don't have to be by myself. But let's go and look at the racist history of tipping. Because we're about to get out of here and we got to do something real quick. This is by Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II. This was done on July 17, 2019, and it is in Politico magazine. So get ready. This week, the House Representatives will have a chance to end a pernicious legacy of slavery. Lawmakers will vote on the Raise the Wage Act, which would boost the minimum wage across the country to $15 an hour by 2024. By 2024, it will be need to raise to $20 an hour. I'm just saying. This will be a crucial step toward the first federal minimum wage increase in more than a decade. A just-released Congressional Budget Office report finds that $15 minimum wage will have tremendous benefits for low-wage workers of all races and ethnicities. Yet the stakes are particularly high for black workers. The share who will benefit from the Raise the Wage Act is far larger than the share of white workers who will benefit 38% compared with the 23%. There's another provision in the legislation eliminating the sub-minimum tipped wage. Now check this out. That corrects a wrong that goes much farther back than the previous federal minimum wage increase. For workers regularly making more than $30 a month in tips, employers can currently pay as little as $2.13 an hour. Yes, in 2019. The sub-minimum wage has been frozen at this level for decades. Should the Raise the Wage Act pass the House, it will mark the first time that either Chamber of Congress has moved to eliminate the sub-minimum wage, which not only deepens economic inequality, but also happens to be a relic of slavery. What? Tipping is a relic of slavery? Let's look at this. You might not think tipping as a legacy of slavery, but it has a far more racialized history than most Americans realize. Tipping originated in feudal Europe and was imported back to the United States by American travelers eager to seem sophisticated. The practice spread throughout the country after the Civil War as U.S. employers, largely in the hospitality sector, looked for ways to avoid paying formerly enslaved workers. The practice spread throughout the country after the Civil War as U.S. employers, largely in the hospitality sector, look for ways to avoid paying formerly enslaved workers. I don't want to pay you. I just want your labor. Sound familiar? One of the most notorious examples comes from the Pullman Company, which hired newly freed African Americans, men as porters. Rather than paying them a real wage, Pullman provided the black porters with just a meager pittance, forcing them to rely on the tips of their white clientele for most of their pay. Tipping further entrenched a unique and often racialized class structure in service jobs, in which workers must please both customer and employer to earn anything at all. A journalist quoted in Carrie Seagreave's 2009 book, check this out, Tipping, An American Social History of Gratuities, wrote in 1902 that he was embarrassed to offer a tip to a white man. Negroes take tips. Of course, one expects that of them. It is a token of their inferiority. He wrote, tips go with civility, and no man who is a voter in this country is in the least justified in being in service. Damn near everybody got service jobs now. This motherfucker he had he had no future vision, right? The immorality of paying an insufficient wage to workers who then were forced to rely on tips was acknowledged at the time. In his popular 1906 anti-tipping study, The Itching Palm, writer William Scott described tipping as an aristocratic custom that went against American ideals. The relation of a man giving a tip and a man accepting it is as undemocratic as the relation of master and slave, Scott wrote. A citizen in a republic ought to stand shoulder to shoulder with every other citizen with no thought of cringing without an assumption of superiority or an acknowledgement of inferiority. So they go on, and I think you could read it, and you go a little bit more into the history of it. But I just wanted to touch on that one real quick because that caught my interest. Because y'all know I be looking for stuff like that. Let me see if there's any other comments that popped up. All right, let's go on. We're gonna go back to our Hootsuite. We're gonna do one more story, and we out of here, ladies. How many Americans with $1 million feel wealthy? Fewer than you may think. Family. Now, and so I'm not even going to pull out the statistics that Tone Talks be dropping, right? About how many black millionaires there are. But even when you have $1 million now, you are not wealthy. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand. I'm just going to stop right there. Read the article. This one is from USA Today, and you're going to check that out. But if it's like that for a lot of white millionaires, people with $1 million, how is it for black people? And I want you to think about this. To be in like the top 10% of white people, you got to have between $3 and $5 million. To be in the top 1%, now think about this. The top, let's say between 5 and 1% of black people, you only need 350,000. Wealth gap. Can anybody say gap? Can anybody say chasm? Right? All right, here we go. Recession fears rise for middle-class families. Put that on there. There's a reason I put it on there, but I just want y'all to hear that, because the market's been going up, supposedly going up, and what goes up must what? And family, we need to start preparing ourselves because another hit like this, because we got to realize how much wealth that shit from 2008 costed us. How many people who had a nice nest egg, it just disappeared. And basically what that is, that's a wealth redistribution. And it hit us hardest. So we need to start getting out here, get some of these backyards and stop being concerned about how good our lawns look and start learning how to grow some food. Right? Coming to the markets, you know what I'm saying? Coming to the Gye-Nyame market and learning how to sell stuff or learning from other people certain skills that you can start using to supplement the income, right? Because family, I'm telling y'all, listen to me. There's no reason, like I said, between the Gye-Nyame Mall and all of the cultural stabilizing holidays we have, that we shouldn't have some people working directly for our community. Or at least the tribe, or however you want to look at it. Because I know it's like, where's the community? You know what I'm saying? With the group that I'm working with, between Tawi, Gye-Nyame, and all the other families and small groups out there, that all of us, we come together for Kwanzaa and stuff like that, there's no reason why there should not be employees of that collective. Directly and indirectly. There's more than enough income within our circle to make sure that somebody is working. And it don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like boom. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it only take us deciding on one product. Like we only gonna buy shea butter from such and such. We only gonna buy this type of soap. We only gonna, you know what I'm saying, far as kombucha, we only gonna buy that ambrosia. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that we can do to start generating or building up institutions who it is to their benefit to speak up for us. We have to have independent spokespersons, not politicians, not just, we need individuals that represent our interests that could go to the politicians and check their ass. You can't fire me. You can't rattle my boss, because my boss is the community. That's one step that that's one thing that the Nation of Islam has right. Their ministers, I don't know about now, but their ministers at one time was able to speak the way they was able to speak and able to do the research that they was able to do because the mosque supported them. And if we want people stepping up and speaking for us, we have to support them. And of course, we still have to finance politicians, put people in place. We still have to train young people to get into positions of power so that they can have influence and move things culturally our direction. You understand? Or at least give us the right to be who we are and no longer have to go to some of these jobs and pretend. You know what I'm saying? Because some of this shit is getting ridiculous now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody finds it strange that some cities and some states are just now coming to a point where it's illegal to fire a black person for having a natural hairstyle? Come on. I mean, come on now. I mean, we got to really think about this stuff. Right? You're not allowed to be fully who you are. How is that healthy? Really? Think about it. How is that? How can it be healthy? How do you, this is how resilient we are. We have been able to operate in 2 and possibly 3 different worlds throughout our life, and a lot of us don't even have mental breakdowns. Come on, family. We have to build our defenders. We have to feed our defenders. We have to clothe our defenders and our spokespeople. So we ain't got to worry about them being bought off by NBC. And if they do get bought off by NBC, they can give up their position and somebody else can step up into it. We got to understand, family, because look, this game right here, everybody else is playing. It's a game, and we're not playing the game. And I'm just saying, family, we need to start playing the game. Who speaks up for us? See, because like the pastors aren't doing it, and the pastors have the ability to do it more so than almost anybody else in our community. Because I ain't gonna say majority, but there are enough black pastors that are living off of the funds of the church that they should be at city council meetings every week. They should be knowing what's going on. They should be able to not only speak to their congregation about what needs to happen in our community, what needs to be going on, but also they need to be able to be talking to those politicians. So, this is Brother Hot Tim. We've been on, I ain't gonna say we ain't been on, how long we been on? Been on 55 minutes. All right, so once again, lines open, 614-556-4535. Let's see, we'll go through another. Foreign purchases of American home plunged 36% as Chinese buyers flee the market. Now, family, the amount of houses that's being bought also goes into the statistics that helps Americans that's not really in the know evaluate how wealthy we are as a country. We got Chinese people coming in buying up houses, and all of a sudden that dropped. Right? You know what I'm saying? This type of discussion right here, we need people to be looking at stuff like this. Why? Because this is one of the ways where they hide the data from us and then present an overall piece. This is why we need people to look at when something comes out and says, how many Americans with $1 million feel wealthy? So we need to be able to have people that got time to ask the question, well, what group did you ask? How many ADOS was in that group? And then we look at it, and because of our established network, we have an idea of how many black millionaires there are, and we go and interview some more so that we could write a counter story to this. If it's not true, or if it's super true. You understand what I'm saying? That's what media is supposed to do. Media, because right now, American media supposedly is serving everybody, but it's not. We want to believe in this racially homogenous society that does not exist. They are talking to their constituents, they are talking to their customers, they are talking to their group, which is white America and white middle class America on top of that. And most of you that's listening to my show, I ain't say all, don't fit into the middle class. Y'all need to go and look at that qualification to be in the middle class. Because actually, if you are in the middle class, on an American level, you are in the top 10% of black people. As far as wealth, right? Because it's important to pull those statistics out so that you can look. Because if we could say, we 15% of the population, 20% of the population, then the next question that should be coming from our media is, how is it that we're 20% of the population and been here over 400 years? A lot of us have been here, can trace our roots back, and yet and still we don't own 20% of the wealth. We don't own 20% of the homes. We don't own 20% of the businesses. We don't get 20% of the contracts. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't have any say-so in the education system. How is this possible? Unless because this is what kind of ticks me off, and I'm done after this, about a lot of people that listen and talk these talking points. Please understand what they're saying. When they come on and they say it's because you are not working hard enough, you're not pushing yourself, you're not getting up early enough. What they are saying is that everything that has been said about us is true. You are lazy. You are shiftless. You are a horrible group of people. You are so horrible that you are not able to amass this wealth as a group. You're so disorganized and so damaged that you can't do it. See, we got to understand that when we talking with people and they come at us with that logic, because this is the logic they're coming from. They're not coming from the standpoint. See, maybe they don't realize what they're saying, but you need to be able to open them up to this is what you're saying. Rather than looking at the fact that there has been systematic processes to eliminate us, to hold us where we are, to use us as stepping stones to another level. And you can't arrange that shit. So family, this is Brother Tim. I'm going to get up out of here. We are at 60 minutes and 54 seconds. I want to thank every last one of you. I forgot to let you know you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle. I want to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. Can I get a little bit louder now? Just a little bit louder now. Just a little bit louder now. Okay, thank you. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and this has been another Daily Toast, and we have been doing it consistently for the last 3 years. We're moving into year 4. This is a Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. I'm out. Sasha and Gina, can y'all come